I'm Sebastian St. James. Today we're going to talk about real versus nominal. Real interest rates versus nominal interest rates. Real rate of return versus nominal rate of return. Real GDP versus nominal GDP. Why not knowing about this is costing you money and in fact could send you broke. So what's the difference between real and nominal? Obviously, I'm a real person, except I'm a YouTuber and I edit my footage. Maybe that makes me nominal. My friends call me real, except behind my back where they think I'm nominal, and my cat thinks I'm nominal. Oh no! The difference between real and nominal is the cost of inflation. CPI, how much money is devaluing by, is the difference. So one of those figures is actually what you're paid. What the bank will say, hey, your interest rate is 3%. The other one subtracts the cost of inflation, and that's what you're getting over the top. So which is which? Is the real rate of return that I'm getting the actual rate that the bank is paying me, and then the nominal, I subtract CPI. Or is it the other way around? Is the nominal what I'm actually getting from the bank, and then I subtract the cost of living afterwards, and that becomes real? Which is it? Oh no, these terms are not very good. The word real is slightly confusing. It could mean two different things, but in fact it doesn't. It only means one, fortunately. The real rate of return is after the cost of living inflation is removed. So if your bank is paying you 3% interest on your bank account, that's what you're earning, but that is called nominal interest. Why is it nominal? Because it's not what you're left with afterwards. It is the nominal rate of return. It is what you are being actually paid, but you haven't yet subtracted out all your costs, and in this case, it is the cost of inflation. If you're getting paid 3% nominal interest rate, you could in fact be losing money. How is this possible that you could be losing money when you're getting a good interest rate in the bank? The question is this a good interest rate? Well, let's figure this out. Back in the 70s, money in the bank was getting somewhere around about 18% interest. I know, I was there, and that's what I got. Is that good? Yes, 18% is fantastic. It's a lot better than 3%, but it depends on inflation. You see, if I'm getting 18% in the bank and inflation is running at 18%, I'm not actually earning anything. I'm just breaking even. Fortunately, interest rates are running a lot lower these days. It's no longer the 70s. There's no longer an oil crisis. Or is there? The sad fact is that your money is degrading. It's losing value every day. That's why we have to talk about real rates of return versus nominal rates of return. Let's talk about the share market and returns on investment. Well, you might be getting 10% returns, but then again, if inflation is running at 11%, you're actually losing 1% in real terms. So not only do the raw figures, the nominal figures matter, but your overall, what you get to keep, that's what really matters. And that's why investment choice can be dependent upon inflation. If the share market returns on average 9-10% per year, and yet what you're getting in the bank at the moment is 12-13%, let's take it back to the 70s, you may in fact be better off sticking your money in the bank. Why? Well, because your real rate of return is subtracted by what's happening with inflation, and your bank account interest may be adjusted for that. Your shares may not be, but then because inflation is going up, your companies are able to charge more. Money is devaluing, the profit as the actual dollar amount is going up, and so shares could be keeping pace with inflation. It all depends on the market. But how can it be sending you broke? If you stick your money in the bank and it's, say, giving you 3, 4, 5% interest, and you think 5% interest, I am sitting pretty sweet. Whew, I could live off that, no problems. But if inflation is running at 5.5% or 6%, well, in real terms, I'm losing money, whereas in nominal terms, I'm making 5%. Real terms, I'm losing 1%, so my money is actually going backwards. So if you just stick your money in the bank, even though you're getting a really good interest rate, you could in fact be losing money over the time, and that can send you broke. So now if you're listening to the finance news or people on YouTube talk about real versus nominal, fortunately you now know the difference. Whew, we've solved that problem. What you should do now is subscribe and watch this video right now. Click on it because I'm sure you're going to be very interested in it.